Millions of travelers think they know how airports work. They think they know the rules, the lines, the questions, and the routine. But 2026 is about to expose just how unprepared most people really are. Because the airport you've known for years, the one with passports, boarding passes, familiar security routines, and predictable fees, is disappearing, and the new one replacing it isn't waiting for you to adjust. It's fast, digital, unforgiving, and designed to catch the unprepared before they ever reach the gate. Today, you're going to understand exactly what's changing, why it matters, and how to stay ahead when millions of travelers fall behind. Let's start with the biggest shift, the end of traditional identification. A quiet revolution is happening behind airport walls. Governments and airlines are moving toward full biometric verification, and in 2026 it becomes the new standard. Instead of handing your passport to an officer, you'll step in front of a camera that scans your face, checks your identity, verifies your travel document, links your boarding pass, and clears you to move. It feels futuristic until you realize failure to enroll or reluctance to be recorded could lock you out of the faster lanes and push you into crowded, outdated manual lines. Most travelers won't know this until they're already stuck. You, however, will know that preparing today is the only way to avoid tomorrow's gridlock. And while biometrics are designed to speed things up, airlines are preparing something that could slow you down: new baggage rules. For years, carry-on policies have gotten tighter, but 2026 marks a turning point. Digital bag scanners at check-in will automatically measure your luggage. If it's too big, even by an inch, it won't be allowed through. No exceptions, no negotiations. And alongside this, airlines are experimenting with overhead bin fees. Yes, paying for the space above your seat may soon become as normal as paying for the seat itself. Some travelers will walk into the airport with a familiar bag and discover it suddenly costs them $50 more just to keep it with them. Smart travelers will learn to downsize, pack smarter, and carry bags designed for the new dimensions, not the old ones. Security is also undergoing the biggest upgrade in 2 decades. The scanners rolling out in 2026 are advanced 3D CT machines that can analyze your bag without you removing a thing. No more digging out laptops. No more squeezing liquids into tiny bottles. No more stressing over whether your toiletries will be confiscated. But this upgrade comes with a twist. Not every airport is getting the machines at the same time. That means one terminal might allow full liquids while the next forces you to throw half your bag away. Travelers who assume the new rule applies everywhere will face surprises, delays, and last-minute repacking chaos. The smart approach is to prepare for both realities until the rollout is complete. Your passport is also evolving, and for many, this shift will be the most confusing. The next generation of digital-ready passports merges physical documentation with encrypted digital credentials stored on your phone. In simple terms, your phone becomes part of your identification system. You may board flights, pass through checkpoints, and verify your identity without ever showing a physical document. But here's the catch. If your phone dies, breaks, or is misplaced during travel, your digital identity disappears with it. That means smart travelers won't treat digital passports as replacements. They'll treat them as backups. You'll carry your physical passport, digital credentials, printed copies of key documents, and secure offline storage of your info. Technology offers speed, but only when you're ready for failure. And then there's the cost. Airports and airlines don't announce fee increases. They hide them in ticket breakdowns, facility charges, environmental levies, modernization surcharges. In 2026, these increase across multiple countries. Travelers won't notice until tickets quietly rise by $30, $50, even $90. Those who compare flights only by the headline price will pay more. But travelers who understand taxes, fees, and airline credit perks will save hundreds each year by recognizing which add-ons can be offset, reduced, or avoided entirely. All of these changes point to one truth: air travel is becoming a system built for speed, automation, and strict compliance. If you're prepared, you'll glide through checkpoints while others struggle. If you're not, the system will expose every mistake. So before we dive even deeper, remember this: 2026 won't punish the traveler who knows the rules. It will punish the traveler who assumes they haven't changed. But rules and technology aren't the only things changing in 2026. The traveler's role is changing too, and most people won't realize it until they're face-to-face with an immigration officer who expects quick, confident answers. For years, travelers relied on instinct, improvisation, and a bit of luck to get through the interview. But with global security tightening and digital tracking becoming the norm, officers now expect precision. They already know your travel history, your entry logs, your stay duration, and even your pattern of movement across borders. The questions they ask aren't random. They're designed to check if your story matches the data in front of them. And the moment your answers feel uncertain, the interview shifts from routine to scrutiny. So the smart traveler learns how to communicate clearly. When an officer asks the purpose of your trip, it's not small talk. They're checking if your explanation aligns with your visa. A simple, confident statement like, "I'm here on vacation for 10 days," does more than you think. It signals consistency. It shows you understand the reason for your entry. But uncertainty, hesitation, over-explaining, or drifting into details creates doubt. And in 2026, doubt is all it takes to slow you down. The same goes for questions about your stay. If you say you're not sure where you'll sleep, you sound unprepared. If your answer shifts depending on who asks, you look unreliable. Travelers who glide through are the ones who prepare their answers the same way they prepare their luggage. Organized, simple, ready. But preparation doesn't end with words. It extends to documentation. In an era where digital travel credentials, QR-based boarding passes, and biometric IDs rule the system, every traveler must learn the art of redundancy. You don't rely on one device, one app, one battery, or one piece of paper. You build layers. If your phone dies, you have printed copies. If your passport page smudges, you have digital backups. If your boarding pass doesn't load, you have screenshots. Technology speeds things up, but it fails without warning. And the airports of 2026 won't pause for your dead battery or missing document. They'll simply send you to the back of the line while everyone else moves forward. This is why smart travelers practice a skill most people forget: anticipation. They know that airports are systems designed around expectations. If you know the rules before they hit, you move faster. If you know the questions before they're asked, you answer confidently. If you know the fees before they appear, you plan smarter. Most people show up hoping everything goes smoothly, but hope isn't a strategy. Awareness is. And awareness is what turns a stressful journey into a smooth one. Now let's talk about the psychology of modern travel. In 2026, airports will feel bigger, busier, and more technical. Screens will replace staff, instructions will flash across digital walls, gates will board through facial recognition, lines will split into digital ready and manual verification. And because everything moves faster, the traveler who pauses, hesitates, or looks confused becomes the bottleneck. That's why confidence, not just information, becomes your greatest currency. When you walk with purpose, when your documents are ready, when your answers flow naturally, the system reads you as prepared. And prepared travelers are processed quickly. But confidence doesn't come from pretending. It comes from understanding. You learn what officers listen for. You learn what scanners detect. You learn how your data moves through the airport. And suddenly, the environment that intimidates others feels predictable to you. That's the difference between the traveler who glides through immigration and the one who gets pulled aside while the line moves forward without them. There's one more shift coming in 2026 that most travelers won't notice until it's too late. Airports are becoming places where information matters more than luggage. Your knowledge about rules, systems, timing, and preparation is what determines whether your trip begins with confidence or chaos. Travelers who stay updated will save money, avoid unnecessary fees, pack more efficiently, and move faster than the crowd. Travelers who ignore the changes will spend more, stress more, and fall behind. So before your next trip, do what most people won't. Check your passport's expiration date, store your digital backups, understand your airline's baggage updates, and prepare for both new and old security rules. Because in this new era of travel, knowledge isn't just power, it's your boarding pass. The airport of 2026 rewards the traveler who thinks ahead, and that traveler is now you.